Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. It's been a big week for Fallout 76. There's been a lot of news coming out around the future of the game and what to expect of what's going to be getting worked on, what's going to be coming out next year, what to expect in the winter, what's coming out with the pit update, including a new shelter, new items, new weapons, lots of cool stuff to talk about. So I'm going to be diving in and basically just focusing on what's going to be coming in kind of like after the pit and around the time of the pit, as well as what to expect from Bethesda and what they're going to be bringing to Fallout 76 next year. So if you guys enjoy, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you are new around here and want to be kept up to date with everything Fallout 76, don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive straight in.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent.
Alright guys, first things first, I'm going to start talking about the closest things coming to us and then move on to the things coming later on, what to expect coming like next year for Fallout 76. So from the interviews that took place with Kev Jewett and a few of the developers of Fallout 76, these are some of the kind of main ones that I took from it. So first things first, the closest things to us is going to be the next season for Fallout 76, which is going to be Season 10. Now this one has been discussed in this clip, which I'll show in just a moment, but this one is basically all about the items to expect, the theme of the different seasons, what's going to be coming in and stuff like that. So I'll play the clip for you now, and this is what they said all around them.
On seasons 10 and 11 are kind of labeled right now under stay tuned. Are you able to add anything to that?
Seasons 10 and 11, sure. What do you want to know?
Oh, just kind of, themes, where they're going to take you, what they're kind of going to be about.
Yeah, so we've got some exciting seasons content coming up. Season coming out with the pit is going to be, of course, pit themed. We'll have a lot of awesome thematic season rewards coming out with that update. Cool. Such as, let's see, we have a pit themed camp kit for new builds. So builders will be able to build out their own pit themed structures. We've got the Pittsburgh Palace prefab. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out what that is, but it's just as cool as it sounds. Okay. And we've got the Skull Lord power armor to scare off all those pesky trogs as you're questing through the fallen streets of Pittsburgh with your friends. The following season after that is adjoining to the Nuka World on tour content. Okay. And so that's a Nuka World themed season. Everything our budding Nuka-Cola aficionados could possibly hope for. A few of the standout items are, let's see, we've got a Nuka Blitz arcade game. We've got a Nuka-Cola Spa. We've got a Nuka-Cola and Nuka Quantum candy dispenser to entice fellow Wastelanders to come and visit. And of course, last but not least, we've got the Rough Patch Planter Foundation Kit with an accompanying Nuka-Cola bottle-inspired gate.
So there we go, there's the two new seasons with a kind of a gist of what's going to be coming. So season 10 is all going to be themed around the pit. The new pit palace prefab is also an item which they mentioned in there to be looking forward to, and they seem quite excited about it. So definitely looking forward to seeing what that brings. And then season 11, as mentioned, is all going to be themed around Nuka-Cola, because in the winter we're meant to be getting the Nuka World on Tour DLC that's coming out, which is meant to be bringing in a new boss which is already been data mined as well. Got data mined a while back, so here's a picture on screen of it, but this looks really cool. It's basically a giant mole rat queen maybe, but definitely something interesting. This thing's going to be really exciting to see. We've only had two endgame bosses really, unless you include like the imposter sheep squatch or something, but he's a lot easier than the likes of Earl Williams and the Scorched Beast Queen. They did also mention a few exciting things about this Nuka-Cola season, including some new items on the way. So there was the Nuka-Cola Blitz arcade game that's meant to be coming in. That sounds very interesting to see what's coming in with that. Is it going to be another Pip-Boy game, or maybe something like a miniature thing in the game that we can play and maybe interact with other people? They also said something about a Nuka-Cola Spa. I'm guessing that's just going to be something like a jacuzzi, but I may be wrong. And then there's also the Nuka Quantum candy dispenser. Now, is this going to be something themed with kind of like Halloween, how we had the candy balls at our camp and stuff like that? I'm not entirely sure, but they did mention the fact that it would help draw people to your camps. So maybe there's going to be an extra buff with this or something. Maybe they're going to use some kind of similar idea as the Halloween event where you went, you picked up the candy and got like a little buff from it. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But the last thing they mentioned on this one was a Rough Patch Planter Foundation Kit and also a Nuka-Cola Gate. more exciting items to look out for, but sadly we don't have any data mined images of these just yet, I don't think, or at least I haven't seen any. But yeah, definitely exciting stuff on the way. Also, coming into the winter, we heard some talk about the Nuka World on Tour, and it was very brief. Only a little couple of things got said on it, but I just want to touch on it briefly. So this is when they kind of like first properly have mentioned Double 11 and saying what Double 11 are working on. We've had our kind of ideas and stuff about what they're helping. They did kind of say before that Double 11 are helping with stuff coming out later this year, like at the end of the year. And of course, going off the roadmap and stuff like that, the only thing for the end of the year was the pit and also the Nuka World on Tour. Now on this, we are meant to be getting the new boss, as mentioned a minute ago, and then also 3 new events are also meant to be coming into the game. So that's what, in 6 months we're going to be getting 6 new events plus a new boss. That's really exciting stuff. Definitely a lot of more effort, I would say, going into Fallout 76. So all them haters that's going dead game, unlucky. There's a big future for this game. Alright, now the more exciting stuff. I just had to cover that stuff because it is exciting. Like at the end of the day, the Nuka World on Tour is something to look forward to. So is the pit. But this is the stuff which was basically the kind of whole theme of this video. This is the main stuff that I wanted to talk about, so let's go straight into it. Here is a clip first of all about what the developers were saying about the future of Fallout 76.
Obviously dedicated to adding more expeditions, but we are focused on additional content beyond that. So more public events, more quests. But in addition to that, we have a lot of other features that we're working on. We're exploring ways to expand the item game. We're exploring more interesting ways for players to interact and engage with camp building and possibly sharing camps. So we have a lot of ideas, and I'm looking forward to giving a lot more detail on that. Probably realistically early next year is when we'll start to divulge more information there.
So going off this clip, there's a lot to discuss, and it's even backed up in another clip which I'll be showing in a minute. But this one was really exciting, I thought, because they mentioned the fact that they're going to be working on more expeditions. Now this was definitely something that we all had thought was going to happen. They're not just going to do one expedition and leave it like that. And there was already talks previously about another expedition which was going to take us to another location, but something that we've never seen before. This was all like rumors and murmurs, and I think like the odd chat in Discords or something that this all came from. So really exciting to hear them actually say they're working on more expeditions, and the fact that they're already working on more quests. A lot of people want more quests added to the game. They want to see what happens next for the Brotherhood, some Enclave stuff, lots of different things a lot of people want to see. So it's definitely exciting to hear that they are working on quests as well as expeditions. Like if they just went all out and just focused solely on expeditions, I think a lot of people would get a bit mad and annoyed about it. But imagine if they did like expedition, then a quest, expedition, then a new quest line, you know what I mean? Kept like switching in between. That would be really exciting. And then the last point of this clip was the fact that they discussed something about sharing camps and a couple of similar little things like this, like a new kind of way, new features coming into the game down the line that they can't discuss too much yet, but they did say they're going to discuss it more next year when they've got more details on it and stuff. But sharing camps, like, what do you think about this idea? I don't know how it would work. Maybe if we had factions in the game or something, or maybe like clans type of thing, where you had maybe a group of friends, you could have like a kind of clan house type of thing where you all come together, or a faction base for your bunch of friends, basically, where you could share this camp and just basically have everything there that you wanted to have there. Or maybe it's going to be something more like, maybe you can have a friend, like this is probably more likely what it's going to be, I would guess, where you could have, you and your friend could build at the same location and build like a camp twice as big, or just share it because you both built it, and then you can be in different worlds and share it. Maybe something like that. But like I say, we'll have to wait and see. This is all just me coming up with presumptions and different ideas. It's nothing solid. Now to back up that point more, here is another clip where they're discussing similar type of things. So I'll let you listen to it first and then we'll discuss it.
Are expeditions the new primary source of content for 76, or are there more, like Wastelanders, Steel Dawn, kind of the bigger story expansions on the way?
Yes. So obviously we're excited about expeditions. We like building them. We are planning to do more of that, but that's not everything we're doing. We have more quests, more public events, more daily ops content, and features, and just game features beyond that. So it's we have a lot of big plans, a lot of cool stuff heading into the next year. I really look forward to sharing more details on it. But we are not just building expeditions. We have quests and lots of the traditional content that players expect to see in a Fallout game.
So there you go, that one was covering kind of very similar points, but also added in some exciting things as well. So in this one, they actually mentioned that they're also working on more public events coming to Fallout 76. So not only we're going to be getting the free In the Nuka World on tour, they've already got plans for more, which they plan on adding in in the future. Now the ones that we got recently, like Eviction Notice, Test Your Metal, these were very exciting events. These are very fun, a lot better than the previous events that we've got in the game, like the OG events and stuff. They're very fun, very good for XP, very good for legendaries and stuff, and something very different with their own story to them and stuff. So it's good to see more in the works, and I'm really excited to see how these turn out, given how well the more recent events have been added in. So we got like Earl Williams, we obviously got Radiation Rumble, and then we got all these three new ones that we got: Eviction Notice, Test Your Metal, and also the other one, which I've completely slipped my mind at the moment. But yeah, very exciting because all these were really good, so I'm really excited to see what they're going to come up with the next ones. Again, he mentioned the fact that there's going to be more quests getting worked on, so hopefully that will be more exciting quest lines for people to enjoy. And then they said more expeditions again, and then also touched upon the fact that they're going to be adding more daily ops as well. So I like the fact that they're not just forgetting about other things in the game. I like that they've got like their whole, like, the focus isn't just on one thing. Like, I'd have been really sad if we found out the focus was just on expeditions, but the fact they're focusing on adding more events, adding more quests, adding more expeditions, also looking to improve and add to daily ops and stuff, it's all really exciting and good news for the game. Now in this next clip, they got asked about what's going to happen. What is the plan? Is there going to be more locations getting added with these expeditions and stuff? And this is what was said.
So Mark, a little bit of a segue here. With the responders being capable of flying around, are they going to start heading out to more locations?
Well, yeah, that's the whole impetus behind the feature, right? Expeditions gives us that opportunity to go visit other exciting locales in the Fallout universe.
Right.
We are already in early pre-production for where we're going to go next, but I'm not going to reveal it today. We'll talk about that in a future reveal.
Okay.
Now, as you heard there, sadly, there wasn't too much really that could have been said on where we're going next or anything like that, but he did touch on it briefly and added a couple of little bits and bobs. So the idea of expeditions, how the pit's starting off with the responders, they've now got a vertibird which can take you to different places. This is now opened a kind of gateway to allow us to go and fly to different locations around America and wherever else. Of course, I wouldn't like to think that a vertibird could fly you all the way to China or something, as much as I would love that, but sadly that's probably not possible. But it's really exciting to hear that they are thinking about adding new locations, and the fact that they're already working on the next one and have it all planned out is really exciting as well. But there we go, I just wanted to do basically a video covering that. I know it's quite early on given the fact that we still haven't had the pit update. That comes out September 13th, but I thought there was some really exciting things said from the QuakeCon interview with Mark Tucker and Kev Jewett and Steve and everyone, so very exciting stuff there, just hearing this and going over it. And I thought a lot of people probably missed this, a lot of people didn't watch the live stream, and I wanted to cover it and just show you guys what is coming up and what's to look forward to. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you want Bethesda to focus on the most, and what do you think is the most exciting thing mentioned in this video? But for now guys, that is everything from me, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.
Thank you for your cooperation.